Good day. Welcome to my garden again. Today we're going to talk about sweet peppers, sweet bell peppers. It's been a good year, so I thought I would do a little video on how we get good results like this. We're on the Gulf Islands. It's a bit smoky, you might even notice that in the video. So that's obviously a good pepper year. It's been hot, dry. Not every year is this good. This is only August 23rd. There are times I don't get ripe red peppers until mid-September or even September 23rd. But, you know, in a good year, this is a really good crop for us. So, the way we're going to have hundreds of good ripe red peppers this year, and in a time when we can sell them on our stand. Okay, so how do we do it? Well, I really like to start peppers March 1st to March 14th. That's a good window for me, anywhere in there. A little earlier, and it's tough getting pepper starters through very cold weather. As you may know, we're off the grid here, or I'm on Lasqueti Island. So producing some heat is tough. The kind of heat that would get pepper starters through the night is not really possible for us. So March 1st, March 7th, March 14th, somewhere in there, I'll start them in seed flats. Put them in the warmest place in my house, in moist, good quality potting soil. Wrap them in a green garbage bag to keep the moisture in. Check them every day. They take a little while. A lot of peppers can take 9 days, 8 days, 7 days to germinate, even with good conditions. So check them every day after about the 5th day. Could even be up to 14 days, depending on your setup. And I use really good seed. That's really important. I like some of the exclusive varieties Stoke sells. This one is Red Start, and Red Start works well for us. 65-day pepper that's blocky and red and bell shaped, thick-walled. That's good for our stand. People like these sorts of peppers, especially if they're field grown like these. Okay, so exactly how do I do it? Well, of course, they're in the seed packs for 6 weeks, at least. I would say maybe even maybe longer. And I pot them up to 4-inch pots somewhere around. Hopefully, there's a bit of warm weather starting April 7th, April 5th, April 9th, somewhere in that range. And now they're in 4-inch pots. Until they're in 4-inch pots, they're very movable, and take advantage of that. In seed flats, you can bring them inside anytime there's a questionable night. Even if they're out in a cold frame or a greenhouse, a -2 night or 0-degree night is just really not good for these things. They do not like cold. So putting them in a cool bedroom at 8 degrees, even 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Summer, they're not going to get leggy doing that, and they'll be safe from any kind of, like mice or anything like that. So I've pretty much put them in a protected, moderately cool place almost every night while they're in seed flats. Once they're in 4-inch pots, unless you're desperate, you're not going to be moving them much. I have like 400 of these, so I'm kind of stuck. Once they're in the 4-inch pots, so I do my best to keep things warm, hope for good weather, and then I really like to pot them up in May into 1-gallon pots filled with my own compost. That works really well for me. Gets them a good start, allows you to continue to protect them in a large cold frame, which is actually right here, for another 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe. And then in the ground they go sometime in June. Pick a nice stretch of weather. And in fact, this area is actually my large cold frame that I grow all my starters in. And they're the last starters, basically, with a few exceptions. So once everything else is planted elsewhere in the garden, I remove the shelving that is in here, made of pallets, and I plant in the cold frame these plants. So they're in my ground, but they're in my cold frame as well. It's a large cold frame, maybe 30 feet by 10 or so, 30 by 10. and holds the warmth nice, especially at night. That's what you want. I'll certainly open the windows on hot days. And then when they grow up to green size, they seem to do well in the cold frame, but I really like, once they're showing any signs of turning red, to remove the whole cold frame. Helps with any kind of air drainage issues and moisture issues, but it really helps them ripen and flavor up beautifully. Direct sun is always better than going through the walls of the plastic as the fruit is ripening. I think, anyways, I much prefer field-grown peppers to anything that comes out of a greenhouse anyway, in my own pepper buying life. So I really like to ripen up the peppers with nothing in between the sun and them. And obviously, if you get the right weather, you can get some good results. And like I said, we'll have hundreds. So that's pretty much how we do the peppers. Same kind of thing, same kind of approach will work for a good eggplant. We have some of those this year. And some other exotics like okra or things like that you might be growing. But that's how we do it here in a place with no power and no money, no sophisticated technology. Also, it's worth noting I use small tomato cages to support them. It seems to work well for me. They're too small for tomatoes, I think, but they work really well for the peppers. Any of the peppers are if you have a decent crop, are going to fall over without support. So, anyways, that's how we do it. I hope you have good luck with your peppers. Thanks for watching.